Hi guys, I hope things have been going good for you so far. It hasn't been too scary. It's all been bite-sized and kind of easing you in there, and all in all, it should be a little bit more fun than terrifying. Come off it, man. I'm a crazy lipstick lady. Come off it. You know, like this is all about also having a little bit of yeah, connecting a little bit with our inner child as well too, because our inner child is who's going to help us get past the freedom thieves, because they actually were the ones who existed before the freedom thieves kind of stepped in and trapped a child in. Anyway, that's something for later, not for now, but something to think about. So the whole thing is that freedom thieves don't keep us stuck because we're lazy. And this is something that we really need to remember, because a lot of us beat ourselves up thinking that we're stuck in the lives that we're stuck in because we're lazy. And that's absolutely not true. It actually has to do with a little bit what we touched on in the last welcome module, which is that change hurts. And it means going against the caveman's brain. And the caveman brain tells us we shouldn't go out and walk away from a group because we may starve in the winter. If we piss too many people off, we are out. And let's face it, society may have evolved, but caveman brain has not. So we look to others for approval. We look to others to say, is this cage safe? What do you think? Should I shine it some more? Should I prop it up some more? What do I do to make sure that I'm personally safe? Because our brain is hardwired to make sure that we are in safety in numbers, the cavemen are taking care of one another, and that most more importantly, that we're not left to our own devices, because if we are, we'll end up as a saber-toothed tiger snack. And that's not what we want. So even though we have evolved with the times, our society has evolved with the times, I should say, our brain has not. It's very much still stuck in the saber-toothed tiger snack avoidance stage, and that involves sticking around with people who we may or may not like, or who may or may not have our best interests at heart, because in the end, the interest of the group is far more important than the interest of ourselves. And now we're in a society where we can actually have the interest of ourselves without harming the group in general. And it's a wonderful time to live in, but unfortunately our brain hasn't completely caught up. And so this is a little bit what we're looking at in this module, is what are freedom thieves and why are they so hard to beat? And how do we go about doing this? And a little beating them is beyond the corpse. The corpse, that's right, because, you know, beating, saber-toothed tigers, all kinds of corpses going on around here. But it's beyond the scope of this free course. Yeah, and also might have to do with some of my selling techniques. You know, here's my freedom thief is I'm not very good at selling things to people. I'm like, this course is excellent, and if you don't think it is, or you don't, I wanted to convince you to believe it is. And therefore I walk away, but that's not true. I have to work on that. That's my own freedom thief I need to work on, which is that this course is amazing, that this free course is good and has a lot of good introductory stuff, but the actual paid course goes way deeper and really sets us up to live a life of creative and vibrant living, as opposed to staying small and tight. But besides the point, that was actually not what I really want to come up here. It was a little side note. So main thing is you need to find out how they work in your life, and that's definitely a start. And the next 3 modules of this course will also be looking at different tools we use, which is the journaling, the yoga, and bibliotherapy to help you in that. And be sure to print off the PDF for Rules for Joy-Filled Life, because this is also something I think is really great in this module. If you take nothing else from it, is that just that one PDF, because they really help you in the moments of confusion when you're not sure if you're being of use or if you're being used. And this is something that I think if you're a heart-based person, you want to give and give and give and give, and sometimes you overgive. Actually, most of the time you overgive, and you end up in this place where you're like, I want to set boundaries, but I don't know how, because I don't want to be a bad person. And these rules really help you find out if you are of use or being of use. So see you inside the module, and I hope you enjoy it.